What's up, guys? In today's video, I'll be installing this window right here using the Prosoco R-Guard system, using the joint and seam filler, followed by the FastFlash, and then some AirDam on the back. This will be the first in a series of window installations. I'll also be doing this guy in the next video, which was the Huber Zip Systems Liquid Flash, followed by their tapes, and also the Sega, what is it called, My Vest house wrap. So please follow along. I've taped off the windows. So that's again going to be my Huber system. It has three different components to it. It has, let's start with the first one we're going to use, is the joint and seam filler. I'm going to do that in all the joints here, outside, inside, inside of all the corners as well. And my plan is to do that on every single window except for this one, which is going to be all just the zip FastFlash. After I'm done with the joint and seam filler, I'm going to go over to, well, it's not called FastFlash then. This one's going to be Liquid Flash. So next one I'm going to do is the FastFlash. So that goes on the outside here, over and up to 6 inches in. And I'm going to be spreading that out with my little spatula here, and then going into the corners with this guy. When that's all done and I have the window installed, there'll be some tape, but also the AirDam will come from the back and go against the frame of the window all the way around. And that is the plan for that system. I'll do that on most windows also, except for where I'll be using the Sega. They have their own little tape Ventrum, I think. Let's get going. So again, we are starting with the joint and seam filler, and we are trying, here we go, to make this as smooth as possible by just applying it here and then coming through afterwards and using my spatula. There he goes. Do this as well. So this one's the same as the FastFlash. It's just that it has some fibers in it, and the color is a little lighter, more pink than red. Got some bigger ones here, so I'll leave it going for longer. Oh, got caught up here. I feel like I might be using way too much. We'll find out. Now let's use a spatula to spread it out. Nice. Just really push it in there. I like that. Goes on smoothly. Just icing a cake here. Let's see you bake. Love baking. Yeah, man. Oh, a little bit of a mess. It's okay. Go here. Yeah. Yeah, I use way too much. But I'll know that for the other windows. But it goes on very easily. As we have some extra, we'll do the outside here. Maybe I'm supposed to anyway. There. Forgot to do the top. Not a problem. Also have some cuts here, so I'll just cover that with some of the excess I have. Scrape it in there, 45-degree angle, really push it Okay, so that is the first coat. And we're gonna find out how long that takes to dry before we come over with the FastFlash. So here we got the liquid flash. I'm gonna cut the tip off, which ruins your blade. So that blade is gone. But now we're good here. Attach the tip. Screw that down. Now I'm going to be doing some mass application. So these tips are replaceable. So I'll cut part of the tip off just to make it go faster. Maybe I'll save that blade. All right. So I moved the tape a bit according to a guide I saw. It said about 9 inches to the side. So we're gonna do that. Get my spatula. I got one here, pretty wide one. Also have some slightly narrower ones. So let's go ahead and spread it out. All right, let's get it going. That was easy. I got stuck in my suspenders. I might have overdone this. I'm using a whole tube on just one window. Yeah, I think I have. All right, well, live and learn. Let's give it a try. So this spatula might be too big. Let's grab a smaller one. All right, we'll start down here. See how it goes. Okay, it goes on pretty smoothly. It is thick. Nice. It does take a lot of liquid flash. Get rid of that one. Get some underneath here, this extra we got. Alright, we'll do the other side. Okay, let's see what's the best way to do this. I clearly have the wrong size spreader, but couldn't find the other ones right now. Let's put the glove on. So it does make a mess if you're not careful, but if you're careful, it's not too bad. So time-wise, it goes faster than doing the zip tape because there's no origami. You just put it on there like you are making a cake, and then that's it. Then you just let it dry. So let's get rid of that tape to the inside. Fuck you. Ja? Hæ? Nei, Charlie, se på klokka inne. Når du ser 3:30 eller 3 og så halvveis til 4, da skal vi dra. So I believe I put way too much material on, which is making this harder than it needs to be. So I'll give it a shot with one more window and see if applying way less will make the whole application easier. Because this one was a little bit of a pain. I think that's user error. So what I'm going to do now is grab some house wrap. That is the width of this opening right here, which is 24 inches. And I want it to be at least 6 inches down, just so I can shingle later on. So since I have so many windows, and I'll be doing this on a few of them, I'll take a strap this direction. Let's go here, and we'll cut that. So here I cut a strip. We'll wet set this here. We'll tool over the top of it. All right, we'll call that good. We got flashing all around. I'm not gonna go on the inside here. That's not needed. I got it on top, got down the sides, 6 inches or 9 inches out to each side, plus this transition strip that is tooled into the wet FastFlash. Next, it's gonna be letting that dry and then setting the window. So cleaning up the tools once I've done the FastFlash or liquid flash is not that tricky. You just need to do it right away. I got some fuel oil here, and that takes everything right off. When I cleaned the spatula the first time, I did not do it in time, so you can see that the seam and joint filler is on there. I have to scrape that off. Whereas the FastFlash that I just put on, that came off right away. So just make sure you do your cleaning in a timely manner. All right, so now I have installed the window here. I also taped around the flange, then put seam and joint filler along the edge onto the red backing. This is a little bit of a hybrid right here. You see some red, some white, or some pink. That's because I was just pushing out what was left in the previous tube. So anyway, that's that. Now I have this flashing that I bent on my new machine. I'm going to attach that here. I'll add some joint and seam filler to the back of this one, put it on here, and then add joint and seam filler over the top. Let's get it go. Put that up here. There we go. Get a good little seam. And we'll give it a nail, boom, boom, and joint and seam filler over the top. There we go. Let's make it pretty, and we'll attach some tape right here. And we'll go seam filler over the top here. And spread it on. There we go. We'll pull the tape off. Look at that. It's a beauty. All right, I will call this window fully installed. To finish up the install, I have put AirDam in here. AirDam is white, and if there's a big gap, you would put some backer rod in there. Let's see here. I put a skinnier tip on to try to have a little more control. And this will stop the air from moving from one side to the other. So since I left the bottom open on the outside, this is going to do a real good job of sealing that up from the inside to make sure that I get this as airtight as possible. I have some bigger gaps here, so I'm going to go back over that one. Just the camera I'm filming with are sunglasses, so I can't really see all that well. Alright, this should probably have had a backer rod based on the size of the opening. I can tool this into place now. I'll probably just leave it there. This will be behind some wood later on, so you won't see it. Alright, that is it for this window. It went really well. It does take a bit of time because you have to wait for the joint and seam filler to dry. That's 24 hours. Then another 24 hours for the FastFlash to dry before you set the window. Then you go ahead and put the joint and seam filler over the top again. That's another 24 hours before that is dry. So if you're short on time, this is not your system, but I do enjoy that it's a monolithic membrane. It's, you know, very hard to mess up. Next in this series of window installs will be this one, the Uber SIP Systems Liquid Flash. So please follow along, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.